All right, good evening, Southeast Texas. We start tonight with our storm trackers as temperatures drop again into the 20s tonight. A freeze warning in effect for Southeast Texas as we look live outside in Orange on our Roofing 911 Skycam network. I'm in the Storm Tracker Center right now with meteorologist Kerry Cooper. Kerry, we're not out of the woods just yet.
No, if you've been dripping your water, taking care of your pipes, you got tonight and tomorrow night still to go. But we're slowly improving. Not as cold tonight as it was last night, but still cold enough. We have 29 degrees in Beaumont, down to 23 already in Jasper. So we're looking for upper teens for lows in the lakes, low 20s in the Triangle. Not quite as cold as last night, but not far from it. The good news is the winds have pretty much subsided. We have high pressure at the surface building in, so that means lighter winds and very little wind chill. So that's great news there. As we take a look across the rest of the region, and temperatures in the 20s later on tonight. So we're right around freezing now. Some areas already below that. We'll talk about a nice warming trend beginning next week and look at your Christmas Day forecast for tomorrow coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, the Arctic blast now leading the city of Nederland to shut down part of their water supply today. Right now, the city has shut off water for customers using Aqua Texas. Aqua Texas serves customers in the Beauart Garden area. The city says the water system continues to be negatively impacted by the freeze. They're urging all residents in the city of Nederland to conserve their water usage right now. And as that cold weather continues this weekend, Southeast Texas organizations are coming together to give people places to go to stay warm. Some Other Place is extending their hours at shelters this year because of the weather. They have a shelter in Beaumont on Center Street. The Beaumont Salvation Army also offering shelter during the freeze. And another new option coming from the city of Beaumont this year. They're transforming city buses into mobile warming stations. Those will be stopping throughout the city for anyone in need of a place to get warm. Some information on those local shelters: the Salvation Army in Beaumont on McFadden Street. You can see the hours there on your screen, 5 p.m. to 7 a.m. Another option is the Salvation Army in Orange. That one is on Martin Luther King Drive. And then again in Beaumont, Some Other Place on Center Street. They are offering a place to be warm this weekend. All this information is available on our website, 12newsnow.com. Other important information from Some Other Place: they're offering free food tomorrow for those in need. Christmas Day dinner being served from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Again, that's at their Center Street location. We turn back to the deadly storm sweeping across the country, paralyzing the Northeast. Blizzard conditions on the roads and airline travelers stranded for the holiday. ABC's Derek Dennis has the details.
Parts of the Northeast are being pummeled by strong winds, heavy snow, and frigid temperatures. More than 2 feet of snow has fallen in Buffalo, New York. The airport there shut down until Monday. Air traffic controllers stuck in the tower waiting to be rescued.
Here in downtown Buffalo, we are no stranger to snow, but these conditions so bad it's now being considered one of the worst blizzards in its history.
Emergency crews have made more than 50 rescues of people trapped in their vehicles. A driving ban remains in effect.
It's not something that we're proud of, but in the worst affected areas, there is no emergency service available.
In Kentucky, more than 700 vehicles were stuck on a 14-mile stretch of I-71 after an emergency highway closure.
If you can avoid it, please do. But if you can avoid travel, do that too.
Across the country, hundreds of thousands are without electricity. Power companies in at least 13 states are asking customers to conserve.
Consumer efforts to conserve electricity over the next 24 hours will help us to avoid these outages.
The National Weather Service saying this depicts one of the greatest extensive winter weather warnings and advisories ever. The cold temperatures reaching as far south as Florida.
The wind right now is making it feel like it's 0 degrees where I stand. But look at these numbers. Some of the coldest Christmas days on record for Charlotte, Atlanta, and Memphis.
The massive storm also taking a toll on air travel. Today, more than 2,600 flights canceled, another 6,000 delayed. Friday hitting the record for the highest number of cancellations this year, with more than 20% of all flights canceled. Derek Dennis, ABC News, New York.
All right, we turn now to the special night at Infant Jesus Catholic Church for a Christmas Eve Mass. Bishop Toops with the Catholic Diocese of Beaumont leading parishioners in a prayer ahead of Christmas Day. The pews completely packed there as Mass started at 5:30 in Lumberton. Christmas, the time to celebrate the incarnation of Jesus. And Bishop Toops says Christmas is also about a sense of appreciation that we are never alone.
Even when we're suffering or there's anguish or pain or depression, God is with us. And so Christmas is that great reminder that we are never alone.
The bishop says he was happy to see such a strong turnout for tonight's Mass in Lumberton. He invites the Southeast Texas community to reach out for one another, do something nice for one another, especially this time of year. Some things happening around the nation. Police in Bloomington, Minnesota announced today the arrest of 5 suspects in connection with a shooting that happened Friday at Mall of America in Bloomington. One person died there Friday night in the Nordstrom store. Police say a mall officer heard gunshots and then found a 19-year-old male shot several times. Police say the shooting started as a fight between 2 groups. The Bloomington police chief says today that they believe they have that shooter in custody, but they are still investigating to find any others who may have been involved. A lawsuit filed by Kari Lake, the Republican candidate for Arizona governor, has been rejected by a judge. The ruling said there was not clear or convincing evidence of election misconduct. Lake lost the governor's race to Katie Hobbs by around 17,000 votes. She says she plans to appeal that judge's ruling. The Mega Millions jackpot has now jumped to $565 million, the 6th largest prize in Mega Millions history. Could make for a pretty good stocking stuffer. Just don't tell them that the winning odds of the jackpot are 1 in 302 million. The next drawing for the Mega Millions is on December 27th.